I'm going to demonstrate the fork mount system for wraparound handguards that we have at G2. It comes with two mounts. It comes with the 4 bolts that are needed because they need to be longer. And the advantages of this system are that it's side specific. If we put this one on this side, it allows for handlebars that are a little bit wider because of it being offset. But then if we have handlebars that are a little narrower, we would put the bottom part onto the other side, and then what would be is then it mounts a little bit more inward. And that's one of the key features of the mount system, is that it's very adjustable. So the first thing that we would want to do is take out the bolts on the top. The fork mount system is designed for most Japanese bikes or motorcycles where the triple clamp pinch bolts are in the front of the handlebar. So the first thing that we will do is we will take out the 2 bolts that are holding the forks on there. I kind of like to ease them one at a time in succession. We'll back these bolts out. Now usually if we are going to not cut handlebars down, if we're leaving them at, most handlebars are 31.5 to 32 inches, so that's something that's at uncut down, we would want to take the mount to where it puts it in the most outward position, and that is this way right here. So what we would do is we would take the 2 bolts that are supplied and we will put them in. The slots are to give it plenty of adjustability up and down. We will start the bolts. And so then what I will do is, all we're in the process of doing right now, and these are 13 millimeter head bolts, what we're just trying to do is bring it to where we're taking all the slack out, because we, at this point in time, do not know what position we need anything in. So we're just trying to draw things to where there's no degree of tightness here. Everything can move, everything can rotate, and so we're test fitting pieces. In test fitting up our handguard to the fork mount system, the first thing we need to do is everything is assembled but loose. Nothing is tightened up. So we don't know where we need any of things at. So as we see, things don't line up. So the first thing that we do is we will loosen the bolt in the top. And the reason we do is so we can then rotate it. The next thing is we're going to put our blade in there. And it looks to me that we have to adjust the mount because the blade, the holes do not line up. So what we will do is we will take this bolt out of the top. And the reason we're doing this is the mount system it has 3 adjustments in the top also. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the bolt in the farthest position. The reason we're having to do this is these handlebars are of 32-inch width, so we need everything adjusted out to the maximum width to account for the handlebars. So what we'll do is we'll put the bolt back in. We're still going to let everything turn. We're going to bring our handguard up. We're going to put it in there, and it looks like we're where we need to. It is designed that a 32-inch blade, our handlebar, will work. So we're going to put the bolt, and so it does mount up. So the next thing I need to do is I have it positioned onto the handlebar. I know that my width is good, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the bolt out. I'm going to move the blade, and at that point, I need to make sure that I have the mount aligned with the blade. Then I'm going to snug this up. Make sure that it fits again. Everything is good. One of the nice features of the fork mount system is it does allow the handlebars to flex. It doesn't give it that rigid feel. So now that we have things starting to be where we need them, we're going to start to tighten things up. All right, we're tightening this bolt down. The next thing we're going to do, and see that the blade still can move, we're going to raise or lower this to the desired height, how we'd want our handguard to be level to the ground. We're then going to start to snug up the bolts. And once you snug them, at this point, now you need to torque these bolts to the manufacturer's suggested torque ratio. Now, the other is we then need to we have a lock nut that then goes on to here so that everything is nice and snug. And we, at that point, will tighten this all up. We will tighten the split wedges in the end so that everything is pulled up tight.